Yeah.
Maybe.
So Dr. Lovatt is here with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Obviously, a dance and love doctor is obviously what you're trying to help. Surely dancing is just about having fun. I mean, I can never take myself seriously on the dance floor.
Well, it is. It's all about fun, but it's all about communicating as well. Obviously, we dance for particular reasons, and Darwin suggested that we dance as a kind of courtship ritual to try and attract an appropriate mate.
Right, so if we dance with our arms and legs flying all over the show, then that's the sort of person we're trying to attract?
Well, no, that kind of says something about our testosterone levels and about our hormonal levels.
Oh, OK.
So it might well be the case.
That's like a chimpanzee's mating ritual, that.
It is a bit wild, isn't it?
It's going to work in some capacity. You're going to find somebody who's going to be interested.
You won't. You really won't. What we found on this clip was actually that people found it in a very unattractive dance. And so this was symbolic of a really very unattractive dance, yeah.
A man with low testosterone, you're saying?
Yes, exactly.
But why is that so unattractive?
Well, because it's quite a dominant, aggressive dance form. We also found it rated very highly on a dominant scale. So we asked people to rate these dances, and it was very dominant. Now, there are some people who like very dominant dances. So young teenage girls might like dominant dances in men. You might see that in things like hip-hop and break dancing, which are very, very dominant, very large. They fill a very large space up.
So asymmetrical shapes as well, asymmetrical shapes, and then lots of
full
strong...
of testosterone.
Lots of power.
Well, yeah, we see those guys on that little mat with the spinning on their heads. I mean, they are jam-packed with testosterone. Those guys, and they're incredibly dominant.
So if that's the dance that we might be susceptible to after we've had a few drinks, you know, at the end of a wedding or whatever, what should we actually be doing if we haven't actually been lucky enough to find a wife already?
Well, you can do this in a couple of ways. You could either come to our showcase next week and we can diagnose your dancing.
You can diagnose people's dancing?
We can. At the University of Hertfordshire, we can diagnose exactly how you dance. But if you use very, very big dancing, keep it simple. So rather than doing that David Brent style, use big movements, but keep them very simple. If you use very small movements, then don't be simple, whatever happens. You've got to have a little bit of a random element in there to be attractive.
But isn't random, isn't that when it goes wrong, though? You
No,
throw a random
not
sort of
at all.
high kick in or a little spin or...
No, it's attractive. It's not about doing a choreographed dance. So don't try and choreograph something. Don't try and make it up beforehand. Just dance naturally. And if you have a bit of a random element in there, people start to watch you.
So you're saying Brendan Cole and Anton de Beck, then, from Strictly Come Dancing, aren't that attractive because they're choreographed? You'd rather see someone like Andrew Castle, actually.
Freestyling it.
Well, like with his bottom and his head nodding, yeah. Exactly those things. Now, the thing with those is, you see, when Darwin was talking about dance being a kind of courtship ritual, he wasn't talking about, you know, rising on the heel and then going on the heel and on the toe and then sway and all that kind of stuff. That's a very formal dancing. Well, what we see is in nightclubs and discos, that's really where we see the real Darwinian dancing happening.
Taking place.
Natural vibes, natural rhythm.
And actually, we see it also in the errors that people make. So some of the contestants in Strictly, well, when they get things wrong, that's when we start to see their real personality coming out, which is very interesting.
I knew that's
so it was just your personality?
It was just...
That's why it kept going
Or my
wrong.
lack of testosterone, fortunately.
Did Brenda make up for that?
Probably, yes. It's fun at university these days, isn't it?
It is.
It is. It sounds like it might be.